Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. Now in this video we are discussing types of respiration. In this video, so from here onwards, so important chapters or important concepts we will discuss. So thereby listen carefully. Now types of respiration. So now essentially there are two types of respiratory mechanisms with reference to the involvement of oxygen. One more time. Essentially there are two types of respiratory mechanisms. So essentially there are two different types of mechanisms or the respiratory mechanisms with reference to the involvement of oxygen, with reference to the involvement of oxygen. So thereby here what is the point here I am going to give you is, so definitely suppose when we are going to observe the process, when we are going to see the respiratory mechanism, no, for our convenience to study we can be divided into two types. So what are the two types means? So first one is aerobic respiration and the second one is anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, likewise there are two different types of respiratory mechanisms are there. Okay ma, so one more time. So respiration types, how many types are there? Two types are there. So what are the two types? So one is aerobic respiration and second one is anaerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration what is happening? So in aerobic respiration which occurs, so definitely this particular aerobic respiration which occurs in the presence of oxygen. So which occurs in the presence of oxygen. And the second one, anaerobic respiration, if you see anaerobic respiration, if you see there, no, the anaerobic respiration which occurs in the absence of oxygen. So thereby here one point it is a confirmed. So one process it occurs, aerobic respiration, if you see there, no, the aerobic respiration which occurs in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration, if you see the anaerobic respiration which occurs in the absence of oxygen. So thereby here what is the point here we can understand means, so one process means one kind of respiration it takes place in the presence of oxygen and one more kind of a process which occurs in the absence of oxygen. Okay, so thereby here by the depending on, that's why here we have written, so essentially there are two different types of respiratory mechanisms with reference to the involvement of oxygen. With reference to the involvement of oxygen. So thereby here the aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respirations are there. One kind of a process which occurs in the presence of oxygen and another kind of a process which occurs in the absence of oxygen. So now in this video, so complete information, so we are going to discuss under the aerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration how many types are there, what are the processes which occurs in the aerobic respiration, detailed information let us learn. Now mechanism of aerobic respiration. So mechanism point of view. So what are the mechanisms or how many number of or how many types of aerobic respirations are there? Pathigala. Now aerobic respiration leads to complete oxidation of glucose molecule. Emma, one more time. Suppose if you take the aerobic respiration leads to complete oxidation. So means here the aerobic respiration, if you see there, no, there are different types of. So there are different types of types are there. Different types are there. So there first one is. So definitely the first one is aerobic respiration leads to the complete oxidation of glucose molecule. Okay, so there are 4 different steps are there in the first step. In the first step of aerobic respiration, so the first step of aerobic respiration is nothing but glycolysis. So in this particular process, the glucose molecules or the glucose is partially oxidized in the cytosol to form pyruvic acid. So thereby here clearly we are understanding one point. Aerobic respiration, if you see there, no, there, sir, why sir aerobic respiration means, so in the presence of oxygen, so glucose molecules are going to be oxidized, or glucose molecules are oxidized in 4 steps. So in the first step, what is happening? So glucose molecules are partially oxidized. Glucose molecules are partially oxidized in the cytosol, means in the cytoplasm. So this particular glycolysis process occurs. Okay, so in glycolysis, so what is the point mainly we have to remember? Amma, idi learn paniko. In glycolysis, main important point what is going to be happen means the glucose molecules which are converted into pyruvic acid, and moreover the glycolysis process which occurs in the cytoplasm. And one more important point, so sorry, in aerobic respiration first step we are discussing glycolysis, no? So same glycolysis step here we can observe even in anaerobic respiration also, means glycolysis process which occurs or which is present in both, means in aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration. Amma, one more time, aerobic respiration which occurs, which is present in both aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration. Okay, in aerobic respiration, now the first step of aerobic respiration, that is glycolysis, what is happening? Once you say glucose molecules are partially oxidized in the form of pyruvic acid, while small amount of ATP is synthesized. So here, while even in a first step also, small amount of ATP means not that much huge quantities of ATP, just very minute quantities. Okay, so very small amount of ATP is synthesized via substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation means, while showing off the flow chart, I will give you what is the meaning of substrate level of phosphorylation. Means, one more time, just orally I will tell you. So substrate level of phosphorylation means, while the process is going to be taken place, so suppose one substrate is there, from that substrate to one product formation takes place, and this product is act as a substrate for the formation of another product. Point one more time. Now one substrate irukama, so this is substrate, from this substrate one product is formed, and this particular product in other reaction or in another reaction, this particular product acts as a substrate to form another product. So likewise, when the cycle is going on, so there suppose if ATP molecules are formed means, so such particular phenomenon we will be taking as substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation. Next one, in the second step, first one we have learned exclusively related to the glycolysis. Later in a second step, what we are learning, in a second step of aerobic respiration, the pyruvic acid is oxidized. The pyruvic acid is oxidized and decarboxylated within the mitochondrial matrix. So thereby, when in the second step, when the pyruvic acid is oxidized and decarboxylated, so thereby in a mitochondrial matrix, what is happening? So acetyl coenzyme A formation takes place from the pyruvic acid. First of all, so in a glycolysis process, glucose molecules are converted into pyruvic acid. In a second step, pyruvic acid now it is converted into acetyl coenzyme A in mitochondrial matrix. இது மறந்து வேண்டாம். First step glycolysis process which occurs in the cytoplasm, and the second step that is amma. So in a second step, name later I will give you. So in a second step what is happening? Pyruvic acid now it is converted into acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, acetyl coenzyme A. Now here the second step which occurs in the mitochondrial matrix. Mitochondrial matrix. Later in the third step of aerobic respiration, okay, in the third step of aerobic respiration, Krebs cycle, name is Krebs cycle. This is the third step of aerobic respiration. So in Krebs cycle what is happening sir means pathinge, so acetyl coenzyme or acetyl CoA is completely oxidized into carbon dioxide plus water, completely oxidized. So acetyl coenzyme or acetyl CoA completely oxidized and form carbon dioxide and water. And a large number of, so while this process is going to be taken place, a large number of NADH and a large number of FADH2 formation takes place, or large number of NADH and FADH2 or NADH and FADH2 are generated. And in the final step of aerobic respiration, what is happening? First, the name of the final step of aerobic respiration is electron transport system. Simply here we have written as ETS. ETS is nothing but electron transport system. We know very well. We can give a abbreviation to that, and already we have learned also so many times, isn't it? So later, now in a final step or in a fourth step of aerobic respiration, what is happening? NADH and FADH2 are oxidized. So within the inner mitochondrial membrane. So the electron transport chain or the electron transport system which occurs where? Within the inner mitochondrial membrane. So within the inner mitochondrial membrane, my dear students, now one point remember pannikonga enna aerobic respiration mechanism pathambodhu. So for our convenience to study aerobic respiration, now we have divided into 4 types or 4 steps, or the 4 types. Well, Madhuri, we can divide it, or 4 steps also we can say. So 4 steps. So first one is glycolysis. In glycolysis, the glucose molecules are partially oxidized and form pyruvic acid. Okay, so here in this particular process is going to be taken place, very small quantities or the small amounts of ATP is generated by the process of via substrate level of phosphorylation. And the second step in a second step what is information? Pyruvic acid now oxidized and decarboxylated and converted into acetyl coenzyme A in a mitochondrial matrix. Next one, in a third step, if you see there, no, in a third step of aerobic respiration, so the third step of aerobic respiration is Krebs cycle. So in this particular process, what is happening? Acetyl coenzyme is completely oxidized into carbon dioxide plus water. And in a fourth step or the final step of aerobic respiration, what is happening? So NADH and FADH2 are oxidized in the mitochondrial inner mitochondrial membrane. So inner mitochondrial membrane. So on the inner mitochondrial membrane, the process of ETS means electron transport system, or the final step of aerobic respiration process takes place. So thereby finally, so what is happening means the huge quantities or the large amounts or the large number of NADH and FADH2 are formed. Okay, now here so the free energy released during this process is used to synthesize large amount of ATP. So here what is the free energy? What is the free energy that has been liberated in these processes? So all these free energy directly definitely utilized for the synthesis of huge quantity or the large amount of ATP. ATP is nothing but adenosine triphosphate. So how this adenosine triphosphate formation takes place means, suppose in a biomolecules I told you one nitrogen base adenine. So adenine. So this particular adenine by mixing, so by combining with the pentose sugar or the ribose sugar, adenosine formation takes place. adenosine. One more time, adenine plus the ribose or the pentose sugar, adenine formation takes place. So when adenine binds with one phosphate, adenosine monophosphate formation takes place, and when adenosine monophosphates combined with another phosphate, adenosine diphosphate formation takes place, and later when adenine diphosphate combines with another inorganic phosphate or the phosphate, adenosine triphosphate formation takes place. So if you see there, so here if you see there, what is information here we can see, so here the what is the process means, so there are adenosine triphosphate, okay, so means here adenosine triphosphate or ATP, isn't it, adenine plus ribose adenosine, okay, so later 3 phosphates, so 3 phosphates of formation takes place. So that particular energy form only we will be taking as that particular energy only we will be calling as ATP. Okay, so now here the process of first step means the process of first step in aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration. Let us start to discuss, but here don't forget here few important points, and now we are going to discuss, so listen carefully. Okay, now first step of aerobic respiration, glycolysis. The term glycolysis has been derived from the Greek term, so Greek term, that is, so Greek term, so glycis means sweet and lysis means splitting. So don't forget glycolysis, that we have been, glycolysis has been derived from the language is Greek, or it is a Greek term, glycolysis. So what is the meaning means, glycis is a sweet meaning, so and lysis means splitting. Now glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. Glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. Glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. So why we are giving the another name to the EMP pathway like that means, so for the first time, so glycolysis pathway, on the glycolysis pathway, so these 3 members worked out, so and these 3 scientists also German scientists. So through voice I am going to give you, so try to save in your mind. So for the first time on the glycolysis process, 3 steps they have 3 scientists, so they have worked out or they had been worked out. So that's why, so for giving respect to them, we have given a name EMP pathway to the glycolysis. So now whoever the or name the scientist, or so whoever the experimented or studied glycolysis process, know Emden, Meyerhof and Parnas. Emden, Meyerhof and Parnas. So Emden, Meyerhof and Parnas. So here 3 German scientists, they have been worked out on the glycolysis. That's why because of the, by giving respect to them, so this particular glycolysis process we are calling by one more name as EMP pathway. Okay, so now let us start to discuss, and before start to explain the glycolysis process, so here few important points are to be discussed. Now first one, so the glycolysis pathway, okay, the glycolysis pathway, so it occurs in the cytoplasm. Already I told you it occurs in the cytoplasm or the cytosol. Now here what is happening, sir, in a glycolysis process what is happening means, one glucose molecule, finally it has been converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So here the glucose is there, after 10 steps, so it is converted into pyruvic acid. Already I told you, so in biomolecules also this point we have discussed, where so any enzymes in under the side heading of chemical reactions, so we have seen carbonic acid, after the formation of carbonic acid, that is only, did you remember or not? In the presence of the enzyme, 200 molecules of carbonic acid formation takes place, and in presence of the enzyme, so there are 6 lakhs of molecules of carbonic acid formation takes place. After that, so we have discussed the glycolysis information only in a glycolysis point or in glycolysis process. So definitely, so 10 enzymes involvement is there. Okay, so here because of the different enzymes involvement, so one glucose molecule now it has been converted into, or it is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. And the third step is no oxygen used in this process. No oxygen. There is actually, so it is a respiration process, no, that too aerobic respiration. Okay, so now here aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, whatever it is, but I will learn. So this particular glycolysis process which occurs in both we seen. So means our knowledge point of view, respiration is two types. One is aerobic respiration and one more is anaerobic respiration. So the glycolysis process which occurs in both, means which occurs in the aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration. Amma idu marandu venda. And here I think so why here, why it is present in the both respirations, means aerobic and anaerobic, means there is no use, means here in this particular glycolysis process there is an involvement of oxygen. So it is the main important point, and no carbon dioxide is formed in this process. So there is no involvement of actually oxidation or the respiration process. We know very well now once you see we will take the oxygen and we will discard the carbon dioxide. So thereby here what is the point here we can say, so here in glycolysis process there is no involvement of oxygen and there is no evolution, there is no release of carbon dioxide. Okay, so thereby even though this particular processes comes under respiration, so there is no involvement of oxygen and there is no liberation of carbon dioxide. இது நல்லா சேவ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, மறந்து வேண்டாம். அப்புறம் so here what is sir இப்போ why sir glycolysis process takes place, என்ன sir use na so there two molecules net gain of two molecules of ATP as well as two molecules of NADH plus H plus are formed. ATP energy forms. So one is ATP and one more is NADH plus H plus. Now in a glycolysis, how many number of ATP molecules are formed means 2 molecules are formed. And how many molecules of NADH plus H plus are formed means 2 are formed. மறந்து வேண்டாம். Okay, so ரெண்டுமே separate remember பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So NADH plus H plus 2 molecules as well as 2 molecules of ATP. Net gain point of view, net gain, suppose in examinations net gain if they ask means at the time 2 molecules of ATP only you have to recognize or you have to remember in the options. Okay, so later it is a common step for both. This one already I told you. So it is a common step. It is a common step for both aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, ma. So now let us start to discuss. So first step, so one by one. So let us continue to discuss up to 10 steps. Okay, ma. Now start. Glycolysis. Glycolysis. In a glycolysis, glucose molecule. So now glucose, so by utilizing of ATP, okay, and with the help of magnesium ions, and in the presence of a hexokinase enzyme. Enzymes through voice I will give you, try to save in your mind. Why? Because here suppose if I write even hexokinase also, இது எல்லாமே கொஞ்சம் congested சரியா? So that's why suppose some of the somewhat information we are learning on the board and somewhat information I will give through my voice. இப்போ glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. So for this particular reaction, no one enzyme involvement is there, no involvement will be there. What is the name of the enzyme involved in the first step of glycolysis means the enzyme name is hexokinase. Once you say hexokinase, and here magnesium ions involvement is there, and here the adenosine triphosphate now it is converted into adenosine diphosphate. அப்படினா இங்கே 3 பாஸ்பேட்ஸ் ஆர் தேர்னா 2 பாஸ்பேட் மட்டும் வெளிய வந்தாச்சு. இப்போ 1 பாஸ்பேட் உள்ள போய் குளுக்கோஸ் இஸ் கன்வர்ட்டட் இன்டு குளுக்கோஸ் 6 பாஸ்பேட் அவ்வளவுதான். அப்புறம் பார்த்தேன் குளுக்கோஸ், so now it is glucose 6 phosphate, now it is converted into fructose 6 phosphate. Glucose 6 phosphate, now it is converted into fructose 6 phosphate. So there the enzyme is phosphohexose isomerase. பாத்தீங்க enzyme name is இங்கே phosphohexose isomerase. One more time, phosphohexose isomerase. And in third step, fructose 6 phosphate now converted into fructose 6 phosphate. Fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Okay, so first patama fructose 6-phosphate is there. Now it is converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate means again here one more, means here if you see there 1 phosphate extra vandachu, adi enge vandachu na. So from where it has come means it is coming from the ATP. ATP is there, adenosine triphosphate. Now that gives one phosphate to the fructose 6-phosphate. So thereby fructose 6-phosphate converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. And here even, so this reaction also, so catalyzed, or in this reaction also Mg2+ ions involvement is there. So here what is happening? Fructose 6-phosphate or fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Remember fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Now the cleavage na, so splitting only cleavage we can take. Cleavage means a split. So there what is happening? In the presence of aldolase, in the presence of ingema, so in the presence of aldolase enzyme, 2 molecules are formed. One is dihydroxyacetone phosphate and one more is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Okay, so exactly fructose is 1,6-bisphosphate, it is converted into 2 parts. This is the 4th step. Okay, in the 4th step what is the enzyme involvement is there? Aldolase. Okay, aldolase involvement is there. So in the presence of aldolase enzyme, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Later isomerization. So this is the 5th step, isomerization. Isomerization means meaning dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate patham bodu ore madiri da irukku. So thereby here what is happening? So dihydroxyacetone phosphate to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate formation occurs, as well as glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate also can be converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate. That's why here, so in chemistry we will do so both arrows like this. So means here the reactions which occurs in both sides. So this particular reaction is catalyzed by the triose phosphate isomerase. Triose phosphate isomerase. Later in the next step, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, now by utilizing or by the involvement of one inorganic phosphate, now it is the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. One inorganic phosphate add on. So munnadi glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is there, no? So by receiving of one inorganic phosphate patham PI is there, no? The PI involving in the reaction. So thereby glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Simple only. So here when this particular reaction is going to be taken place, NAD plus is converted into NADH plus AH plus. NAD plus is converted into NADH plus AH plus. Later 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, and with the help of magnesium ions, now adenosine diphosphate now converted into adenosine triphosphate. Path inge for the first time chinnamo one molecule of ATP is formed. This is 7th step. Okay, so what is one clue I will give you? In a 7th step and in a 10th step, so ATP molecules are formed. In a first step and in a 3rd step, ATP molecules are consumed. Important. So in a first step and in a 3rd step, ATP molecules are utilized in the glycolysis process, and in a 7th step as well as in a 10th step, ATP molecules are generated. Easy. One more energy form also which is produced in the 6th step. 6th step in glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, now it is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Later, 3-phosphoglyceric acid now converted into 2-phosphoglyceric acid, and here by the process of dehydration means water molecules will so dehydration. Water molecules will dehydration. Later 2-phosphoglyceric acid now converted into phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Okay, after phosphoenol pyruvic acid formation, with the help of magnesium ions. So adenosine diphosphate now converted into adenosine triphosphate. So means here complete finally, so one pyruvic acid formation takes place. Ipu pata here dihydroxyacetone phosphate is there, no? So from here also again second time cycle takes place, or second time cycle occurs. So that's why here, that's why what is the point? Finally, when one glucose molecule, so definitely it is divided into or transformed or converted into 2 pyruvic acid. Means up from here to here the cycle takes place by one time. So but from here to here the cycle occurs 2 times. If one is here, or suppose if it is converted into like this, so for this one time, and when it will be converted into glycerolide 3-phosphate, another time the cycle takes place. So thereby what is the point? Suppose if this cycle occurs by one time, so thereby what is the point? So here 1 pyruvic acid and second time second pyruvic acid, totally 1 glucose molecule is converted into 2 pyruvic acids. 2 pyruvic acids. Idu marandha venda. Okay, so here what is the information? So finally in aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, whatever it is, glycolysis is present. So there ATP molecules are generated as well as NADH, 2 molecules of NADH plus H plus also are generated. So this is the information, so which we can be seen. And here one more important point, here 2 ATP molecules are consumed, and in the first step and in the third step, no, 2 ATP molecules are consumed, and totally actually here if this cycle takes place or occurs by 2 times, means totally 4 ATPs must be released in 7th step and 10th step. So from here to here 2 times suppose this cycle occurs, means 4 ATP must be formed. ஏமா இங்கே ஒன்று 1 சைக்கிள்னாலே 2, செகண்ட் சைக்கிள்னாலே 2 வருவானே கண்டிப்பாக. அப்போ 4 ATP தானே, அப்போது 4 ATP தானே சார் ஃபார்மேஷன் டேக்கிங் பிளேஸ். பட் வை வி ஹாவ் லேர்ன்ட் நெட்கெயின் ஆஃப் ATP 2, வை வி ஹாவ் ரிட்டன், வை வி ஹாவ் லேர்ன் சார் மீன்ஸ் 2 முன்னாடி யூட்டிலைஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்படின்னா ஆஃப்டர் ஃபார்மேஷன் ஆஃப் 4 in the next reaction 2 ATP இங்கே தான் யூட்டிலைஸ் ஆகும். So that's why, so 4 minus 2, 2 only, no. So net gain of ATP, that's why we are taking as 2 ATPs, and here in one reaction 1 NADH plus H plus is formed, and the second time second one formation takes place. That's why NADH plus H plus 2 ATP 2 formation takes place. Okay, so this is information which we can be seen under glycolysis. Thank you.